Once upon a time, in a quaint town, there lived a young woman named Emily, who had recently achieved a significant milestone in her life by purchasing her own home. At the age of 24, Emily had faced numerous challenges on her journey to homeownership, a path filled with hard work, determination, and sacrifices that shaped her into the person she had become. She had spent years juggling multiple jobs, studying tirelessly, and making difficult choices to support her family, particularly her older brother, Mark, who was 40 years old and had long struggled with his own life decisions. Mark's life had been a series of unfortunate events, marked by poor decisions that led him into a cycle of debt. Despite receiving financial support from their parents throughout his adulthood, he struggled to find stable employment and often found himself in precarious situations where he relied heavily on their assistance. His inability to manage his finances and his tendency to make impulsive choices left him feeling frustrated and resentful, especially in comparison to his sister's successes. Unlike Mark, Emily had taken a different route. She had made significant sacrifices for her family, including using her scholarship money to help pay off Mark's debts and dedicating her free time to care for his young son. These choices came at a personal cost. She had even dropped out of high school to work full-time and support her family during their toughest times. However, through sheer determination and resilience, Emily eventually earned 3 diplomas in engineering and programming, balancing her studies with a demanding job. She was proud of her accomplishments and felt a sense of fulfillment in finally being able to buy her own home. One day, during a family gathering at her new house, her mother insisted that Mark and his family be invited to celebrate Emily's success. As they toured the home, Mark began to inquire about her future plans. When Emily mentioned her intentions to travel and save for retirement, Mark's face darkened. He expressed anger at the thought of inheriting nothing from her, revealing a sense of entitlement that caught Emily off guard. She firmly responded that she had no intention of leaving anything to him or his family, as he had never shown genuine interest in her life or their parents' well-being, only reaching out when he needed financial help. This confrontation escalated when Mark's wife, Sarah, entered the room. Accusations flew as Sarah accused Emily of selfishness for not helping them financially. Emily, feeling cornered, defended herself vehemently, stating that she was not responsible for their poor decisions or financial struggles. She made it clear that she had already given more than enough and deserved to prioritize her own happiness and stability after years of sacrifice. The heated exchange left a palpable tension in the air, and after the confrontation, Emily's mother chastised her for her lack of compassion, suggesting that she should reconsider her stance and help her brother. Frustrated and feeling misunderstood, Emily told her mother that if she couldn't see why Mark's entitlement was a problem, she should leave. This outburst led to a fallout, with her parents refusing to communicate with her afterward, leaving Emily feeling isolated and conflicted about her choices. In another part of town, a couple named Jake and Lisa found themselves embroiled in a different kind of conflict during the neighborhood's designated trash week. They had dedicated time to decluttering their home and setting out unwanted items in their yard for pickup. However, as they arranged their belongings, a passerby, a woman who didn't reside in their neighborhood, began taking items from their yard without permission. To their astonishment, she took a small bench they had set out and announced that she would return for a larger item later. The couple was taken aback when the woman returned shortly after, this time accompanied by a friend, and began to take even more items, including outdoor dining chairs from their neighbor's yard. Jake, who was naturally conflict-averse, chose not to intervene, hoping the situation would resolve itself. However, Lisa, who was pregnant and had worked hard to clean their yard, felt a surge of frustration. She believed it was inappropriate for someone to assume they could use their property as a storage space for unwanted belongings. In a fit of anger, Lisa decided to return everything the woman had taken to the curb, asserting that it was unacceptable for her to assume such liberties. This act of defiance was fueled by her determination to protect their hard work and boundaries, even if it meant creating an uncomfortable scene. Meanwhile, in a large corporate apartment building, another woman named Sarah faced a bewildering situation. One fateful morning, she discovered that her car was missing from the secured parking garage. Suspecting it had been towed, she contacted the towing company, only to learn that her car had been removed due to an alleged invalid parking permit. This was baffling to Sarah, as she had a clearly visible parking sticker displayed on her dashboard. The towing company claimed they had spoken with a board member named Karen, who had supposedly authorized the towing based on a new policy regarding parking permits. Confused and frustrated, Sarah knew that the parking stickers had not changed and that no official communication had been made regarding any new regulations. Determined to resolve the issue, she decided to confront the towing company in person, where they reiterated their insistence on a hefty fee to release her car. Refusing to be taken advantage of, Sarah returned home and awaited the opening of the building's management office. Once the office was open, she explained her predicament to the property manager, who was shocked to hear that Karen had misled the towing company. The manager confirmed that no changes had been made to the parking policy and that Karen did not have the authority to authorize the towing of vehicles. With the property manager's help, Sarah was able to retrieve her car without having to pay a dime. In a subsequent meeting with all residents, the property manager clarified the parking policy and assured everyone that no board members had the authority to make unilateral decisions regarding towing. This incident resulted in Karen being dismissed from her position on the board due to her misuse of authority, restoring a sense of justice and integrity within the community. These intertwined stories reveal complex themes of entitlement, family dynamics, and the struggle for personal boundaries. Each character faced their own challenges and navigated them in ways that highlighted the importance of standing firm against unwarranted demands while recognizing and valuing their hard-earned achievements and rights. In the end, it was these struggles that shaped their identities, teaching them valuable lessons about self-advocacy, responsibility, and the need for healthy boundaries in their lives.